training and internships at Community Word Project in New York City. And I'm going to start by saying all arts-related organizations are islands, however fancy they're called. And we're islands because we can do it alone. And frankly, why would we collaborate? Because we're fighting over the same dollars. And when we do get those little dollars, we have to stretch them as far as we possibly can to make all the ends meet, right? So what's the incentive to work together? We go out into these schools and programs and we teach about collaboration really well. But when it comes to arts and ed organizations, not so much. We could do a little bit better, right? So this is a story about collaboration, a cross-organizational collaborative effort on teaching artists professional development. It's a story about islands connecting, coming together. So, a little backstory. 4 years ago, I came to Community Word Project, and Michelle Cutler, the executive director, said, "Welcome to TATIP." And I said, "Thank you. What's TATIP?" And she said, "Oh, it's the Teaching Artist Training and Internship Program that I started over 10 years ago." Because I looked out there and I saw there was a lot of in-house PD, but there wasn't much offered for teaching artists who want to become artists. And I said, "Oh," she said, "so I formed this little island called TATIP." And I said, "Great." But really, what is this Teaching Artist Training and Internship Program? And she said, "Oh, it's an 8-month program. And it's for new and beginning and advanced level. There are 6 basic training Saturdays. There's an internship track with the CWP in school. There are mentor artists who guide the trainees along the way. There are debrief sessions with the mentors and the trainees. And there are elective seminars on various topics like teaching with alternative populations, special needs. Elective seminars on art form." And I said, "Oh," and she said, "and there's this little island called Summer Institute. And it's a 3-day intensive for advanced level teaching artists from all over the country." And I said, "Oh, that's TATIP." And she said, "Yeah, but we want to grow this program. We want to connect with other islands. So we're going to form a focus group, and we're going to ask the experts from these other organizations in the city to come in and tell us what they're already offering for professional development. And then we're going to tell them what we're doing." And I said, "Yeah, that's never going to happen." But you know what? She made it happen. And then after that meeting, she said to me, "Okay, little fish, swim out to those islands and have a deeper conversation about professional development." And I said, "Wait, what, me? Me? What? They're sharks. They're going to eat me alive." She said, "No, swim, little fish, swim." So off I went. And you know what? They didn't eat me alive. They welcomed me. And we had great conversations about what they were offering for professional development. And I got to tell them about TATIP, just like I told you. And we got to talk about the field at large, what's happening out there already. We got to talk about what's missing. And then I had the opportunity to say to them, what can Community Word Project do differently with our Teaching Artist Training Program so that you would be more inclined to send artists our way? Great conversations. When I was done, I swam back to the little island of TATIP, and I put all the notes together, and I sent them out to the group, and I said, "Okay, cohort, this is what we're all thinking about professional development. What can we do together?" And up stepped Lifetime Arts and Elder Sherry Arts. And they said, "You know, we'd like to offer an elective seminar on creative aging, and we'd like to offer an internship track." And I said, "Oh, wow, okay, cool, it'll be a pilot." All right. Now, pilots are very important, right? Because they teach you things. They teach you what you know, and they teach you what you don't know. They show you your mistakes. And we made some mistakes. We didn't quite change the program enough for the creative aging. And there was a little compensation wrinkle that we couldn't quite figure out. So, at the end of the year, I reached out and I said, we're calling all the cohort, come on in, bring some new people. Let's get together, let's talk about what worked, what didn't work, and what are the new things we want to try together this year. And Wingspan Arts stepped up. And they said, you know, we'd like to offer an elective seminar on after school. And we'd like to try an internship track because we think we might have some ideas about how to fix some of those problems that you had. And so I said, okay, good. What about the rest of you? And they said, oh, we'll watch, we'll see. Okay. So away we went. And at the end of the year, I reached out and I said, okay, cohort, come on, call that together. Let's talk about what worked, what didn't work, and what are the new things we want to do together this year. And we got to hear from Brooke about what worked, about how she felt excited about being part of training this class that was going to be graduating and working in the field, about how she got a chance to see them in action before she was even in a position of thinking, should I hire them? And in fact, she did hire some. She got to save money on professional development, right? So then we talked about, well, how's that good for the class, the students? And we said, oh yes, well, they got to see inside other organizations how they work. And they got to say, is that a place that fits me? Should I go there? Should I try that? And they got to be part of a wider community, working with those mentor teaching artists. We said, okay. All right, now how about the rest of you? Anybody else want to step up? And Wingspan said, sure, we're going to send some of our artists to the 8-month program. And then teachers and writers said, you know what, we're going to send our ed director and a couple of our staff to the Summer Institute for Advanced Level. And Dream Yard Project said, we're going to send some of our staff to the Summer Institute. And I thought to myself, oh, this is great. And then Brooke Rogers stepped forward and she said, you know what? Would you come, Patty, and co-facilitate the mentor training with my lead teaching artists? And I thought, wow, that's so brave to bring me into her house. And I realized it's really happening. These other islands are connected. So off we went. Oh, wait, I said, there's some other organizations that came forward. Right now, Brooklyn Arts Council stepped forward, and Lifetime Arts NYC, no, not Lifetime Arts, Free Arts NYC, and 92nd Street Wise Daniel Beebe came in and said, I'll do some more elective seminars. And I said, okay, but we want to do something new this year, so you know what? How about if you guys have the party at your house? How about if you bring everybody out there to your organizations? That way we'll save some money, and then you can invite your staff teaching artists to come to these elective seminars that are happening. And so they all said, okay. So away we went. And it was a fantastic year. We were rolling along, and in April, we usually hold this professionalism panel hosted by the CWP mentor teaching artists. But the cohort members said, what about if we sat on the panel and brought in these multiple perspectives? And we said, okay, hey, you know what? Tell us, what do you think we should talk about? Let's gather your ideas. Give us your opinions. What's important? And they sent us that. And on the panel, they talked about the things that they were most passionate about professionalism. And it was so exciting. And then in May, Courtney Bonnie came in. She did a little workshop at our graduation on the Teaching Artist Pathway tool that's still in development. And I thought, wow, this cross-pollination is really happening, right? It's so exciting. So we got to that end of the year. As usual, calling all cohort, come on in, bring some new people, let's come together, what worked, what didn't work, and what are the new things that we want to try next year. And lo and behold, Brooklyn Arts Council stepped forward, Marquee Studios stepped forward, and Free Arts NYC stepped forward, and they all said, we want to offer internship tracks. So that's the chapter that we're in right now. So I can't tell you how it ends. But what I can tell you is something about what we've learned. We've learned that we share the same goals. We've learned that we share the same teaching goals. And frankly, we feel like it might be a little polygamist out there for the poor teaching artists who are working for these multiple organizations to try to bring their missions forward, right? We learned that we share the same goal, that we all just want to make the teaching artists feel better. And we learned that by working together, we were going to be much stronger than what we offered for PD, and by what we offered much stronger for PD, we were going to get stronger teaching artists. And then we would be able to meet the ultimate goal, which was to make stronger work happening out there in our programs. So that is the exciting story of these islands connecting, this cross-organizational collaboration. I can't say it's the end, so I'll just say to be continued.